Good morning children, welcome to the video class. This is your social class. We are going to learn about globe, latitudes and longitudes. Second chapter in your geography book. Yes, what is mean by latitudes and longitudes? Yes, it is an imaginary line that are drawn on the earth's surface to locate a particular place. Yes, it helps to locate a place in the earth. Is in this chapter we are going to learn about globe. In the previous chapter you have read that our planet earth is not a sphere. Is in the previous chapter we learned that earth it is in geoid shape. No, it is slightly flattened at the north and the south poles. It is slightly flattened at the top and bottom of the earth. Is that means north pole and south pole, and it bulges in the middle. Can you imagine how it looks? You may look at a globe carefully in a classroom to get an idea. Globe is a true model miniature form of the earth. Globe, it is a true model of the earth. Globes may be of varying size and type. Big ones which cannot be carried easily. Small packet globes and globe-like balloons which can be inflated and are handy and carried with easy. See, globes it may be vary from its size and type. Big ones we cannot carry it everywhere, but the small pocket globe we can carry it easily to everywhere. And then the globe is not fixed. It can be rotated the same way as the top spin or the potter's wheel is rotated. The globe it is not a fixed one. It can be rotated in the same way. See, on the top it may be have a spin, a top spin, or a potter's wheel is rotated. It will rotate like a potter's wheel's rotation. On the globe, countries, continents and oceans are shown in their correct size. Is in the globe we can locate a country, continent and oceans of the world with their correct size. See, look at the picture. This one is the model of earth, globe. A model of earth that shows the earth shape, lands, distance and direction as they truly relate to one another. This is the model of earth. It shows everything that shown as like the earth. It is difficult to describe the location of a point on a sphere like the earth. Now the question arises as to how to locate a place on it. See, it is very difficult to locate a particular place in the earth. Then how can we locate a particular place on the earth? Yes, we need certain points of reference and lines to find out the location of places. We need some certain points of reference, or else we need some lines to find out the location of places in the earth. You will notice that a needle is fixed through the globe in a tilted manner which is called its axis. See, once again look at the globe picture. It is fixed, no, needle is fixed through the globe, no, it is called an axis, and 2 points on the globe through which the needle passes are 2 poles, that is north pole and south pole. The globe can be moved around this needle from west to east just as the earth moves. See, the globe it can be moved around that needle from west to east direction as like the earth moves. But remember, there is a major difference. The real earth has no such needle. It moves around its axis, which is an imaginary line. Is the real earth, it does not have any needle, but it moves around its own axis, which is an imaginary line. Another imaginary line running on the globe divides it into 2 equal parts. This line is known as the equator. See, our earth it is divided into 2 equal parts with an imaginary line. That line is called an equator. The northern half of the earth is known as the northern hemisphere, and the southern half of the earth is known as the southern hemisphere. Is the upper part of the earth, it is called northern hemisphere, and then the downside part of the earth, it is called southern hemisphere. And then they are both equal halves. It is divided into two equal parts. Therefore the equator is an imaginary circular line and is a very important reference point to locate places on the earth. See, the equator, it is an imaginary circular line and it is very important reference point to locate a particular place on the earth. All parallel circles from the equator up to the poles are called parallels of latitudes. See, there are many imaginary lines drawn on the earth in parallel circles. See, that circles from the equator up to the poles, they are called parallel of latitudes. Latitudes are measured in degrees. Like 0 degree, 20 degree, like that latitudes are measured. The equator represents the 0 degree latitude. The equator, it represents the 0 degree latitude. Since the distance from the equator to either of the poles is 1/4 of a circle round the earth, it will measure 1/4 of 360 degrees, that is 90 degree latitude. Yes, the distance from the equator, it is from north pole or south pole, it is the distance was 1/4. It will measure 1/4 of 360 degree, that means 90 degree. Thus 90 degree north latitude marks the north pole, and then 90 degrees south latitude, it marks the south pole. See, this one is the north pole and this one is the south pole. As such, all parallels north of the equator are called north latitudes. See, if the parallels that to the north of the equator, they are called north latitudes. Similarly, all parallels south of the equator are called south latitudes. The value of each latitude is therefore followed by either the word north or south. See, the value of each latitude, it is followed by the word north or south. And then generally this is indicated by the letter N or S. See, if 20 degree N means that N, it indicates north, and if 20 degree S means that S, it indicates south. And then for example, both Chandrapur in Maharashtra, India, and Belo Horizonte in Brazil, South America, are located on parallels of 20 degree latitude. Both the places, it is located in the 20 degree latitude, but the former is 20 degree north of the equator and the later is 20 degree south of it. Yes, but the location is in the different direction. We therefore say that Chandrapur is located at 20 degree north latitude and Belo Horizonte is located at 20 degree south latitude. As we see in figure 2.2 that as we move away from the equator, the size of the parallels of latitude decreases. Is if we move from the equator, the size of the parallels also decreases. Important parallels of latitudes. Beside the equator 0 degree, the north pole 90 degree N and the south pole 90 degree S, there are 4 important parallels of latitudes. See, look at here, Arctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Antarctic Circle. These are the 4 important parallels of latitudes. It is beside north pole, south pole and equator. Is Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree N in the northern hemisphere, it is in the northern hemisphere. And then Tropic of Capricorn 23.5 degree S in the southern hemisphere. Arctic Circle at 66.5 degree north of the equator. Antarctic Circle at 66.5 degree south of the equator. See, Antarctic Circle, it is in the south, no? Arctic Circle, it is in the north of the equator. Tropic of Cancer, see, look at here, this one is the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. Yes, that's all children. Today's your class was over. Note down your homework. Make a model of globe as shown in the picture. See, this one is the globe. No, you have to prepare a model of globe. You can take a ball or some other balloon in spherical shape, and you can place a needle and then stand for the globe with the use of cardboard pieces, and you can make a model of globe. Yes, thank you children. We will meet in the next class.